Senator Murkowski.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you to the panel. Thank you for sharing your views, your comments on the importance, the priority of permitting reform. You know, you feel like you've reached that sweet spot when everybody's talking about permitting reform for all of the right reasons, and so I think this puts us at a good place to actually, hopefully, get something done. I want to take us back just a couple years ago, because it's not like we've been sitting on our hands when it comes to permitting. We were able to put in place what I consider some common sense mineral permitting reforms in the bipartisan infrastructure law. We kind of pulled this from the American Mineral Security Act that I was able to work on with the chairman here. It was certainly a first step. Maybe it was too small, but what we were trying to do was to give the administration some new tools to work with. Let me direct this to you, Mr. Nolan. Have you seen any meaningful steps that the administration has taken to utilize its new authorities under the bipartisan infrastructure law? And is there more that we can be doing out there? I recognize what we're talking about today is all of the follow-on that we need to do, but are there things that we've actually put into law that perhaps we haven't amped up or ramped up enough?
Well, first off, I want to commend you, Senator Murkowski, for all your historical work on permitting reform and the legislation that passed as part of the Infrastructure Act, working with the chairman. Unfortunately, the congressionally mandated report about improvements that could be made to our mining process was due under statute to the Congress on November 15th of 2022. So we're still waiting for that analysis, and that would be very helpful to the process before us again here today. Instead, the Interior's wrapped that.
Urge them along on that report then.
Yeah, they've wrapped that, complying with that important provision to the Interagency Working Group on Mining and Mining Reform. And that's really not what the directive was from this committee. So there's a little frustration. It's been 6 months now since they missed the deadline, and we'd love to see that come forward so we can get going.
Okay, that's a good heads up for us. I'm going to put this out to all of you. We've got four essentially primary bills here in the Senate that would work to reform permitting. You've got the House passed bill, you've got Chairman Manchin's measure, you have Ranking Member Barraso's SPUR Act, and then you have Ranking Member Capito's Restart. So great to have 4 good bills. I think they provide a lot of good ideas, good opportunities to really move us forward. But we all know around here, you're not going to get anywhere if you've got 4 bills and everybody's kind of jockeying for position, or I want to have mine over somebody else's. So I think we're going to have to figure out what this actually looks like.